I'm surprised you guys did.
We had it in the window, then we took it down.
Oh, you don't have the big round thing on it though, huh?
No.
Ah, man, I got the style right.
Yeah, go ahead anyway.
Here, I won't stay back, cause you know what I'm looking for. I'll have to step up here, okay? I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
Take a video. What year is it?
1999.
And what year will it be tomorrow?
2000.
Huh, sir? What year?
2000.
And what year is it right now?
1999.
And when it changes over, what do we call that when it's changing, Joey?
Y2K.
Good boy.
To solicit loans in any state in which e-loan is not licensed, please check our website for a current list of licenses.
WCBS News Time is 3:58.
Let's check it out. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. If you're trying to get around this New Year's Eve, let's find out what's doing on the roads. Carrie Lee.
Well, so far, Deb, really nothing major is going on. I think people are going to start leaving probably around 5:30 or 6. I'm not going to quote that exactly, but that's when we're going to start seeing the major delays. Now, right now, if you're in northern New Jersey, both directions, Garden State Parkway, as well as the New Jersey Turnpike, we're not seeing too many problems at this point. If you cross into New York via the Hudson, no delays. And outside, also excellent shape right now. And keep in mind, if you're planning on using the East River crossings, you're not going to see too many problems there either. Now, if you're planning on crossing the Tappan Zee Bridge, you get a pretty good ride across the span either way you take it. Either way you take the New York State Thruway in Westchester County. A good ride off the Tappan Zee Bridge as you approach the 287 split. And 287 really not too bad from the Hutch to the New York State Thruway. Now, if you're planning on using mass transit, Long Island Railroad, Metro North, New Jersey Transit train are all running on schedule, though they're going to have extra trains when and if they're needed. Here's the latest from the WCBS Weather Center.
A partly cloudy night coming up, and midtown temperature right around midnight will be 35 degrees. We'll take that. Lows 30 to 35, 20s inland. Mostly sunny, even milder for New Year's Day tomorrow, 45 to 50. Sunday we'll have sun, followed by increasing clouds, very mild, mid and upper 50s. And we could have some showers Sunday night into Monday. Right now, Deborah and Ben, partly sunny, a west wind at 5, 39 degrees.
And you should know that the barometric pressure is 30.07, and it is steady. We have pretty much calm conditions out there right now. Relative humidity, 67%. For Wayne Cabot, I'm Ben Farnsworth.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Top stories on News Radio 88.
People as far as the eye can see in Times Square, they're all waiting for the ball to drop at midnight.
Another 1 billion people expected to watch the celebration on TV.
Mayor Giuliani opened his emergency bunker at the World Trade Center just in case of trouble.
So far, so good. No serious Y2K problems being reported as the new year sweeps across the globe.
Bail has been denied for an Algerian man arrested in Brooklyn by a joint terrorism task force.
Man who served as Richard Nixon's attorney general and resigned in a showdown over Watergate is dead. Elliot Richardson was 79.
Wall Street closed closed early today after setting records in the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P.
39 degrees, partly sunny.
Experience you can trust. CBS News and the area's largest radio news team here on WCBS New York, an Infinity Broadcasting station.
WCBS News time is 4 o'clock.
CBS News, I'm Bill Gasparini, live near Red Square in Moscow, where the new year has just arrived and fireworks are lighting up the dark wintry sky. People are partying away despite the cold. St. Basil's Cathedral and the buildings of the Kremlin form a perfect backdrop for the show. This is the biggest holiday of the year for most Russians, and they're not just marking the start of a new millennium, they're also witnessing the beginning of a new political era after Boris Yeltsin's surprise resignation just 12 hours ago. So far, fears that the Y2K bug were going to create problems have not materialized. The same is true of Russia's vast weapons arsenal. Reporter Lee Frank has more from Colorado.
Russian and American military officers sitting side by side in front of computer screens are watching for any indications of any missile launches. There have not been any, and none are expected. To avoid any misunderstandings, the two superpowers are sharing monitoring information here at Peterson Air Force Base in Colorado.
This is Peter King in New York's Times Square. Why would anyone stand in the middle of thousands of other people waiting for a ball to fall?
I came to see my friends out here.
The party of the century here, huh? Party of the millennium. Want to be here.
But New Year's Eve here isn't for everyone. Blake Melvin of Brooklyn brought his 3 children for a quick look.
It's going to be real crowded, and second of all, food is going to be scarce out here. Once they lock you in, we don't really want to be here.
But this is a festive place with lots of entertainment. Russian music playing right now. People are bouncing beach balls, playing cards and Scrabble, and mostly having a great time waiting for midnight. This is Peter King live at Times Square. Now with more CBS News, here's Bill Whitney.
Since April 1997, a clock at the top of the Eiffel Tower in Paris has been counting down the minutes to the new millennium. Now with just hours to go, it's stopped. Technicians are scrambling to get it fixed. One of the heroes of Watergate has died. Elliot Richardson was Richard Nixon's Attorney General when Nixon initiated the Saturday Night Massacre in October 1973. Richardson resigned rather than obey Nixon's order to fire Special Prosecutor Archibald Cox. A few days ago, Richardson suffered a brain hemorrhage. He died in Boston today at the age of 79. Stock traders can break out the good champagne tonight. The market ended a banner year with new highs. The Dow up 44 points to 11,497. The NASDAQ up 32 points to 4,069. As for the future, Stacey Tisdale of CBS Market Watch says the new millennium is expected to bring major changes.
Analysts say there will be no more exchanges because the internet has made it possible for buyers and sellers to trade without brokers. They also say cyberspace will allow billions of investors around the world to put money in U.S. stocks, which will drastically increase volume and volatility over the next few years.
Control of the Panama Canal has officially shifted from the United States to the government of Panama. The last obstacle was removed today when Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor refused a request by the conservative group Judicial Watch to block the transfer. This is CBS News.
Helen, what are you doing with all these twigs?
I'm making placemats for a holiday party, dear. I want it to be special.
So let's have seafood party platters from Red Lobster.
Look, I carved the coasters out of tree bark.
Pretty, but Red Lobster has delicious snow crab claws.
Make your party more special with seafood party platters. Oh, at Red Lobster.
How does a great cup of coffee sound? Chock full of nuts coffee. Still heavenly.
Early holiday close for stocks.
But record set just the same.
A sea of humanity already in Times Square waiting for that big moment. And I'm Ben Farnsworth.
I'm Joe Rodriguez. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us.
39 degrees right now. It's partly sunny, mostly clear. Tonight it's going to be a gorgeous night for celebrating.
WCBS News Time, 4:04. It's time for the WCBS closing business reports. Let's go to Ken Pruitt now. He's at the Wall Street Journal.
Record highs for the major stock market averages. The Dow up 44 points to 11,497. S&P up 5. NASDAQ Composite up 32. The Dow Jones Transportation Average gained 14. Utilities down 1/4 point. The Russell 2000 Index of small cap stocks also at a new high. It gained 8 points. Bonds went the other way, down 2/3 point. The yield on 30-year Treasuries 6.482%. That's just about the high for the year. The two big point gainers among the stocks in the Dow: Alcoa up 2 1/4, Minnesota Mining up 2 1/8. Ken Pruitt at the Wall Street Journal for WCBS News Radio 88.
Join us each day at this time for the WCBS closing business report, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes with more business news.
Hundreds of thousands of people already jammed into Times Square for a Millennium Party that will last until 6 tomorrow morning. WCBS reporters Kathy Carpin and Peter Haskell join us live.
Kathy, let's go to you first. How about why don't we try Peter first?
All right, thanks, Deb. Never has there been so much enthusiasm for the new year in Bahrain, Djibouti, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda, etc. Several countries celebrating the new year, and thousands of folks here in Times Square counting down as they watched on the big screen the new year arrive elsewhere in the world. It has been a crazy afternoon. Folks arriving early this morning. Typically in this hour in years past, there would still be traffic flowing cross town through Times Square. Not the case. This area has been closed before noon, and not surprisingly, folks have been massing, gathering, and anticipating the new year here in New York. Obviously, we are less than 12 hours away right now. Folks,
you gonna go in the laundromat with me?
Excited. They are bundled
Get our
up. They're
clothes?
from all over the country, all over the world.
Leave Joey here.
Celebrating the new year, and as you've been hearing through the day, a half-hour musical performance for each hour leading up to and then following the new year all over the world. We've had puppets. We've just seen a Kenyan warrior, 20 feet tall, a 17-foot tall dancer. They work through the emergency lanes here in Times Square. Just enthused to be here. No one talking about anything.
I liked it when you were falling asleep. I was videoing you.
I've never done it before.
Pretend you're falling asleep. Close your eyes.
Absolutely needed to do it this year, and here they are for the Millennium celebration. Less than 8 hours to go. We're live in Times Square. Peter Haskell, WCBS News.
WCBS News Time, 4:07. Security is being tightened with police randomly checking the bags of people as they filter into Midtown. There was some concern earlier at 46th Street when a suspicious bag was found. People were cleared away when a gas mask was spotted in a canvas bag, but it turned out to be no big deal.
Casey, it's in there. Casey?
All is going smoothly according to Mayor as the crowd tightens and the momentum builds here in Times Square for the big Millennium God. The mayor says there's nothing that
I was trying to tape you before, but you kept talking.
I said this the other day. If you tried to stop the party, you get twice as many people. Can you imagine if you tried to stop it? Instead of 2 million showing up, 4 million, or instead of 1 million, 2 million, or whatever.
The mayor reiterated.
All right, now we'll show it on TV later, okay?
Significant, and that there's no reason to anything but a fun and peaceful celebration. In Times Square, Mike Zeranak, WCBS News.
WCBS News time is 4:08.
Traffic and weather together on the 8th, sponsored by Jeep.
And here's Carrie Lee.
Well, Ben, here's what we've got to deal with right now. If you're in Queens, the boat directions on the LA, you get a pretty good ride so far from the BQE to the Cross Island Parkway. And either way in the Grand Central, that's bad from the BQE to approach Kew Gardens. Now, in the Bronx, a couple things that's going across Bronx Express.
Make funny
Well,
faces.
from the Bruckner to the George Washington Bridge. Deacon, either way you take it, not too bad. From the Cross Bronx to Yankee Stadium.
I said make funny faces.
Looking better from the that multi car accident causing the slowdown. So things are better rather quickly. Manhattan's east side northbound.
What's that strange noise?
Heavy traffic into across the Intour Avenue. Liva has some things to embrace.
Happy New Year.
WCBS Weather Center.
May have taken just a little extra time, maybe a couple extra hours more. The skies stay out nicely across most of the area, and temperatures, well, they're up around normal, right around 39 right now, which is where it should be for today, and won't drop back all that much, and it's not terribly windy outside, and it's dry. Good news for those in Times